Let me try and pick up my my wig.
Oh my god.
Hello and welcome to the Circuit Chill Villeneuve for round 7 of F1 2014 live season. This race will be from the POV of the Red Bull driver,
too.
Marco FD, that's me, and I'm also your host going to be commentating on the entire race. As you can hear, I'm on the radio with my teammate here for this race, so you won't be hearing us a lot, and that gives me a chance to commentate. And as you can hear, we are final preparations here, and going to be lining up on the grid. It's 60+% chance of rain, and with that forecast, it is going to be a very turbulent race. You can hear me. I'm surprised that Pack is in second, because it's the first time that he's back for this season from GP2. He's joined McLaren, and he is stoked to be back here. Tom behind, NF Gaming in front, 5 lights, and we are off for F1 live seasons, round 7 of Canada here. We get a decent launch, and we are going into the first corner, and we have NF Gaming ahead of us, and I tap his rear a little bit. He goes a little bit off, I go a little bit off, and I lose the position to Tom there, which is very unfortunate. You can hear I am annoyed, and I say that to my teammate. And as you can see, into this corner, Tom is going for the inside and passes NF Gaming. So it seems NF Gaming is losing pace, and I lose the place to Cal. NF Gaming holding me up into the corner. So not a lot of pace from NF Gaming in the first lap, but it's okay. It's only the first lap. I go in the inside of him, and I go around the outside of Cal. So I get my 2 positions back there, and now I want my position from Tom, but I am a little deep into the corner, so I touch him. I'm on the inside, but I decide to let him through regardless, because that's not the way I want to pass people. So I'm in a slipstream now, gaining into the final corner. Decide to back off a bit, don't want to crash, and you see him cutting the chicane like a monkey there. But that's okay, it happens, and I gain up on him again into the first corner. Decide to back up a bit once again, and he takes a little wider line in through there. So now I have Cal on my gearbox and Tom ahead of me. Going into the second lap, so chasing Tom down, and he goes a bit wide right on his gearbox. I push him a little bit, and that loses me some momentum. So now Cal is right on the left side of me, and Tom ahead into this corner, 3 wide, but there's no contact. And we still go through it. Great driving here, and I get a run on Tom. He goes for the middle, I go for the left, but he squeezes me out there, and there I go off into almost into the gravel. And obviously annoyed. It's time for a lot of good laps here, because I'm behind now. You can see Tom posting the quickest lap of 1:14 something, and my quickest lap is a 1:14.9. He does a 14.1, so it's 8/10. It's a lot. So it's time to pick up the pace for me, and I am chasing down F1 live season Monster now, who disconnected in quali, so he had to start from the back, but he could start on fresh tires obviously, which is a pro compared to others who are on 2 to 3 lap old options here. You can considering it is going to rain in this race, it might not be a bad idea for him to just extend his first option stint a little longer, and so he can go on to a set of primes until it rains. So here we go, still P10 on lap 4, and still got an extra lap of fuel on board luckily, so we can push a little bit. You can hear the warning from the engineer there, and I decide to pit on the next lap, lap 5, for another set of options. Because in hindsight, other drivers didn't get the early 15-minute warning. When I did, my teammate did, so we kind of got an advantage knowing it earlier than the rest of the racers. And that's why I decided to go for another set of options, just to stay on the option pace, because there's a big difference between the two tire compounds for this track, and the mediums are just like a half, more than a second slower, I feel. And you can see I end up behind NF Gaming here on lap 8. There, not nice, which makes me gain on him a lot, but I decide not to go for it. And now we are right behind him. It's going to be very hard to overtake him into this corner, so I decided to let him through, but I missed my own line, touched the wall there a bit. It's lucky that I haven't lost a part of my wing yet, and I'll take the inside line here. It's a pretty nice apex compared to NF Gaming, and hoping to gain up on him in this straight, in the slipstream. I do have 10 minutes till the rain, as you can hear, and I have DRS, and I gain a very only 3 car lengths behind him now. Still 3 car lengths behind him on lap 10, and then I go purple into the first sector, 4 tenths. See if I can still maintain the purple until the end of the lap here. NF Gaming is a few tenths ahead of me, and he's starting to gain up on a few other guys, so I decide just to lay back here a little bit and let them battle, and maybe have a great opportunity overtaking them at one point. So onto the straight, and they obviously have DRS on each other, and I also have DRS here on NF Gaming, so I just stick behind them here on lap 11, the next lap. A lot closer to them into the hairpin here, and as you can see, they all stacking a lot on top of each other, so I'm very close here. I decide to save all my curves for this straight, because I do have DRS, so that will give me enough drag reduction to get onto the full revs, as you can see. Then I'm here right behind them. I have full curves almost, and I deploy them all on those option runners, no, I mean prime runners. Tell Peck to get out of the way. I lock up a little bit, I managed to keep it, and then it's 3 positions into one corner, Canadian style overtake. And now it's time to gain up onto my old friend Tom here. So into the hairpin, I decide to stay back because I don't want to be squeezed out again. And, give him a little room there, car length, which is more than he gave me. So he has a lot of straight line speed. I don't know where he gets it from. He makes a fakey right. He loses a lot of speed there. Don't know why. Tap his gearbox, push him through the corner again. And he's behind Ben now, and my tires are starting to wear, so I have to start making positions here if I want to make full use of these options. But as you can see, still behind Tom. He goes a little bit wide. I take a wide line on purpose just to avoid him, and I decide to empty my curves here because I want to get rid of him here, because stuck behind him for too long. Also not getting DRS from Ben here either, so here you can see Tom again going for the inside line, and Nice try, but carried too much speed into the corner, so it's too bad for him there. So we move on to lap 14 now. We have Boss here, and we have NF Gaming right on our gearbox. We gained a little bit there on Boss 1996 Ben. Curry Ben. Yummy. Anyways, we have NF Gaming on the left, and he goes for the right here, and I decide to stay out, but he still goes for the inside, and yeah, he crashes there, which is very unfortunate. It shouldn't have happened. And was really nothing we both could do after he committed to the corner, really. So now the safety car comes out, obviously, because he crashed into the wall of champions, and that's where everyone goes through. So I decide to go into the pits here, and my teammate is in the pits at the moment, so I hope we don't stack each other up. You can see him leave the pit box, and I can slot in behind him very nicely to get a little held up from other cars. Decided to go on primes, don't know why, because I had, still had some options that were about 92% fresh. Since it was already raining, almost raining, I could have easily gone for options, because as soon as it starts to rain you don't have to use both compounds anymore, obviously. Yeah, you can hear my engineer saying it's already starting to rain, so very unfortunate. Lap 16 now, and still safety car out, of course. We're gonna be behind Ben, behind the safety car, and he's in 5th. I got Cal in 7th behind me.
Everyone will be into for inters at the end of the freaking
intermediate tires confirmed.
Safety car.
As you can see, I am very verbal during races. Fluent sentences there, saying 3 words in like 10 seconds, which yeah, thinking and driving, you shouldn't try to do that. Well, I mean speaking and driving. Of course, you need to think about what you're doing. So here we go, restart. I decided to take it slowly because I'm on primes and I have full curve anyway. So as you can see, the rears are stone cold still, so these first couple of corners will be tricky. As you can see, a little deep there, and then a little slippery on the exit because of the tires, and that sucks. So back up to speed, and you can see now the tires are starting to warm up a tiny bit, which gives me the confidence to give a little more. So lap 19, as you can see, Boss has passed Irish guy, Monster, F1, whatever. But Cal on his super soft is going to be overtaking me here. I decided to go into lean and then standard again, and then select inters.
Are you pitting now?
Because these options, or I mean primes, aren't feeling great, I can tell you that. As you can see, those lines either they're somehow not working for me
to try
in
something
this
here, so might as well go
phase.
for
And you can hear me saying I'm going for broke. I still got DRS on Cal, which is good. Saves me a little bit of lap time, a little bit of fuel, and I decide to go into the pits as I ghost a little bit. Even though the other guys are to the corner already, but it's fine. We go inters, and another hold up from the Force India, Tom there. 4 second pit up. I have been having bad pit stops all afternoon. There's only been one which was decent, I think. So out on lap 20 on inters, and shortly after that my engineer told me heavy rain was expected in 5 minutes. So as soon as I came out on these inters, it was forecasted that it would be heavy rain. But that doesn't really matter at the moment, because it will take some time to have like those reflective puddles where you can see the billboards that you drive under. As soon as you can see those in the track, I generally take that as a rule of thumb to go for wets. Sometimes a little earlier, because I'd rather be safe than sorry, really. Well, so here on lap 23 we have Pack behind us, and as you can see the screen is he drops on the screen, and also the reflection of my helmet, which is funny at the bottom spots. So and Steve's go is retiring because he's had enough of this weather, I think. And Pack is on the left, and then I decide to let him through. As you can hear, I brake because I go into the pits for wets already on lap 23. So that means I have to do 12 laps on wets, but considering the weather, etc., it's not too bad. Wets generally last a lot longer than inters. Inters are like the option tire of the wet variant, and wets are more prime built.
I got a penalty for that.
Get
Fuck that shit.
bumped by Tom, and I get a penalty for it, so I'm mad about it, obviously, and go to the stewards after the race to get it removed, because it could affect my results and points, which I obviously don't want happening. And here you can see that live season monster Thomas is disconnecting, which automatically moves us up into P6 here instead of P7. So 3 points is always good, but for him it's of course a sad day, because it was almost at the end of the race in the last few laps. So going on to the last lap here, stick it into lean for the first two corners, because there's, well, for the second one there's barely any grip, and I don't want to spin out here, especially if you don't run traction or ABS. You want to be very subtle on your brake and throttle inputs, because there's it's like skating on ice sometimes, I have to say. It's not really a fun way of driving either, because you want to be going fast but you can't. So as you can see, I have 2 seconds on Cal, which should be enough, because this is the last lap after all. So as you can see that Riot Box once again takes the victory here. And in hindsight, there something did happen on the last corner between him and Tom 97 HD, which we will be looking at in a few moments. But for now, you see me putting it into Rich on the last straight. Nice Pirelli sign reflection there, and easily take this corner, not too quick, because you don't want to screw it up on the last lap. So time for the results. Alright, the results for Canada and the stewards report for this race. As you can see, Riot Box is in first, Tom 97 finished second, Peck third, What fourth, and so on. And as we move to the next screen, we see who gets a penalty. And as we can see, Tom F7 has a 20-second penalty, Marco FD has a 10-second penalty, and Tom 97 HD also a 10-second penalty. We're going to be looking at the incidents that caused these penalties, and then we'll see if what the stewards decide on whether it should be removed or still acknowledged. First we move to Marco FD's penalty. Lap 27, you can see behind him Tom is exiting the pits now, and he bumps him from behind, and somehow Marco gets the penalty. So that's ridiculous. So the stewards all decided unanimously blah, 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 that it should be removed. Anyways, we go to next incident. It's Riot Box with Tom 97 HD on the last lap. No, Riot Box has the inside line, but somehow Tom 97 HD decides to go along into the same corner with him, and yeah, Jay loses it somehow. Tom did say that he got his penalty from a different incident, which you don't see him getting the penalty here either. But as you can see, a lot of curb there. The stewards did feel that Tom was a little bit opportunistic here, and therefore he will be granted, or not granted, he will be penalized with 1 driver's license point for that. And because of that, we are going to move on to the results for this race. So final results will be that J Riotbox wins the race. Tom 97 HD will be finishing 2nd, Peck 3rd, What 4th, Boss 9096 in 5th, very stellar from him. Marco FD moves up 1 place because his penalty gets removed, and he did finish ahead of Cal. Then Cal gets 7th, Tom F7 gets 8th, and even if his penalties would be removed, he'd still be 8th, so that's no one really concerned. You get F1 Live Season finishing 9th, and Steve taking the final point with NF Gaming not finishing. So that's Canada for this week, round 7 of F1 Live Season. I'd like to see you all again for round 8 in Korea, since Austria isn't in this game, and Codemaster couldn't give us DLC for it either. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.